The Grinch sat in the tub, and he thought for a bit, and he relished of the gifts that the Who's wouldn't get. Here's your Christmas spot of the Numskull, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, cosplaying duck Tubbz. And a big thank you to the folks over at Numskull that provided the tubs that we could have a look at in this review. Technically, no, they're not all Grinch-related tubs. They also took the time to send St. Nicholas my way, and we're going to be having a look at all three of them in this review. First of which, I'm going to actually have a look at them and show you guys what they look like in their packaging, and then from there, we're going to slice open the package and reveal what they look like inside. I'm going to grab Mr. Grinch for right now, show you what the packaging looks like. This is the How the Grinch Stole Christmas Tubbz. Hashtagging cosplaying ducks. This is number 1, the Grinch. And we also have Cindy Lou Who, who's number 2. That's somewhat ironic. And then we're also going to be looking at Santa Claus, which is actually number 1. He's by himself. If you guys certainly would like to check out more. And by the way, the neat thing about the tubs is the fact that they're actually contained inside their own soap dishes that we'll talk more about in a second. But if you would like to follow along Numskull Designs, you can head on over and follow them over on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Numskull Designs. If you'd like to also follow them over on their website, it's www.numskull.com. And again, here's the 2 that we have here. Number 1, the Grinch. Number 2, Cindy Lou Who was no more than 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these opened up, and then we're going to get a closer look at How the Grinch Stole Christmas Tubbz along with Santa Claus himself. Stay tuned. I might say I'm impressed with Numskull Design's job, and I think we'll start things off with Mr. Grinch, who's a bit of a slob. Probably not going to rhyme for the rest of this review. Starting first, though, with Mr. Grinch, each one of these actually sit inside their own corresponding tub, which technically also serves as a soap dish if you'd like to store your soap in there instead. Each one of them have not necessarily their names, but Grinch here on the front for both the Grinch and Cindy Lou. And that's been printed on the side. And then, of course, on the bottom, we have just the sticker that you could technically remove if you really wanted to. And then from there, you can take your tub and fit them inside, again, their own tub. Starting first with Mr. Grinch. Put the tub down there for a second. He's generally a hollow character. He does have the hole on the bottom, so technically, I guess, if you wanted to, you could put the tubs in water. Although I don't know if I would want to put such cool-looking rubber duckies like this in the water. I would imagine, though, they would probably float. I like the sculpting that they've done for Mr. Grinch. Furrowed eyebrows, of course, one would expect to see with Mr. Grinch. I wonder if his heart will grow 2 sizes that day. It's kind of hard to see with all the fur that they've sculpted in here. Again, it's a generally light duck here. It's all molded here in green plastic with a little bit of paint that they've painted on both the eyes, the eyebrows, and the beak as well. I really like the hair for the Grinch. I think that's one of my favorite aspects about this. But again, generally quite light when you're getting these for yourself. I'm going to put in Mr. Grinch, and we're going to move on to Cindy Lou Who. No more jokes about 2. She comes included again with her little soap dish container. And again, they fit quite well in there. The only one that has slightly more tighter quarters to fit inside is St. Nicholas. Santa Claus is a little fuller, as you can see there, and we're going to be looking at him in a second. But again, we'll just put the soap dish down here and get a closer look at Cindy Lou. With gifts in hand, maybe one is for you. I've got to really stop with the rhyming in this review. You can see that the present was wrapped with care, maybe with hopes that St. Nicholas will be there. The little gift tag on the side doesn't show actually a name. Is that strange? I find that's a shame. I really do have to stop. I do like the way that they've sculpted at least the dress here. She's got the little collared piece there painted nicely in the white. Yeah, a very smiling, innocent-looking face with the darlingest of eyes. I could never steal gifts from her or any other small child. Despite what you may have heard, I don't steal gifts from small children. That's a horrible rumor to have started. You can see that she does have the bow there on the top. Again, this is all using a softer, not somewhat soft, slightly soft plastic, and it's generally quite hollow when you pick these up and hold these in your hands. But there's Cindy Lou Who. I'm going to put her down. And then moving on to Santa Claus. Santa Claus is slightly different from the Grinch and both Cindy Lou because they actually, this one has the different color soap dish, and this one just has the Tubbz logo. Tubbz has actually done a whole wide range of different rubber duckies. If you don't know all the stuff that they've actually done, really look it up. Tubbz with a Z. That's not with an S, with a Z or Z. Look it up and you'll see all the cool ones that they've done. They actually have done some really neat horror ones as well I'd like to pick up. But as you can see, a little more tighter quarters. Santa has to work a little harder to fit inside this chimney. And again, the soap dish seems to be the same size as both the Grinch and Cindy Lou. And you can see that this one is packing presents. He's a happy-looking fellow. Quite full, after all. Nobody wants a thin Santa. Come on, Santa. You got to eat a little bit to be fuller for Christmas. He is packing presents. Somewhat of a similar-looking color bow, slightly darker, I guess, to Cindy Lou's. Looks like he's got four presents. 4 presents. 1, 2, 3, and 4 down below here. The bag that he carries around is the same color as the rest of his outfit. I guess he likes to keep the colors the same. Color coordinate, after all. Now, this one actually does have glasses. I think that's a nice little touch that they've added. I also like the way they've sculpted in the beard, the mustache, and just like the under hair, just underneath, peeking slightly underneath his Santa's hat. Even though he's a little more sculpted, he's about the same weight. Maybe he's a little bit heavier, just a tad bit heavier than the Grinch. I guess a lot of it is probably just with the additional sculpting of plastic that they've incorporated. But again, like, if you wanted to, I suppose you could put these in the bath water. I don't know if I would really want to. I mean, they would float probably. Santa Claus, questionable. Questionable was he's a little, a little fuller. But I think with things like this, you would rather more put them on display. I think the neat thing about it, what Numskull Designs are doing with their Tubbz, is giving a different way to look at rubber duckies. Again, we'll spin them from the side so you can see them. A big thank you again to the folks over at Numskull Designs that provided not only the Grinch, not only Cindy Lou Who, but also Santa Claus, too. If you guys are interested, I'll provide the links down below in the video description where you can check out more from Numskull and their Tubbz line. And hey now, if you guys are enjoying this channel, I'm going to be trying to do some more seasonal Christmas-related videos this Christmas time season. But certainly if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn on the bell notification. Yes. And make sure you're coming back because we are going to be looking at a lot of other Christmas-related videos coming your way in the not-so-distant future, because we're kind of right into it now, that big holiday rush season. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.